Aloha, y'all. It is Saturday, Saturn's Day, named after and ruled by Saturn. It is also a new moon lunar eclipse, which I'll explain in the astrology when I get there. But for those of you who are too impatient to sit through the weather, the cards I've pulled are the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and Seduction in the Shadows. Talk about an eclipse. So the astrology is as follows, though. It is, like I said, the 29th of March, a Saturday. Sun is at 9 degrees Aries. Moon is at 9 degrees Aries. They are exactly conjunct. That's how you get new moons. Mercury is at 0 degrees retrograding in Aries, so that's also in Aries. Venus, 28 degrees Pisces, retrograding. That is conjunct Mercury. Mars, 22 Cancer. Jupiter, 15 Gemini. Saturn, 24 Pisces. That is conjunct Venus. Uranus is at 24 Taurus. Neptune, 29 Pisces. That is conjunct Saturn and Venus and Mercury. Pluto, 3 degrees Aquarius, North Node 27 Pisces. That is conjunct Saturn, Venus, Mercury, and Neptune. Black Moon wealth is in Scorpio, 0 degrees, and Chiron's at 22 degrees Aries. So the major aspects of the moment, Mars is squaring the Moon. Mars is squaring Black Moon Lilith. Mars is trining, and because Mars is squaring the Moon, is squaring the Sun because they're conjunct. Mars is trining Mercury, Neptune, Venus, North Node, and Saturn. And Pluto is squaring Black Moon Lilith. So, like I said earlier, it is a new moon lunar eclipse in Aries, Sun conjunct Moon exactly. The card we've got for today, with all this fire energy, we should be grounding, and that's kind of what's popping with the Queen of Pentacles. If you're a Pentacle, you're an Earth sign, so you're a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. And this is the watery, the feminine, intuitive, sensual, like flowy part of Earth, the material things. Nurturing yourself and the environment around you, how Mars in Cancer. Being open to the needs of others, distributing the wealth you have equally among others, Pluto in Aquarius, Jupiter in Gemini. Channel your gifts to create new life. The Queen of Pentacles on page 96. I love and nurture this great land of ours. The Queen of Pentacles is the ultimate Earth Mother, the great healer. As a mistress of nature, she is the great protector, nourisher, and sustainer of wildlife and their ecosystems. Her passionate connection to the miracle of life in all its forms has given her knowledge of the bountiful matrix. Everything is indeed connected to everything else, powered by the sun. She is the great channeler of the Vitas, the life catalyzer, signified here by the fecund energy streaming from her hands, shooting life into the seed pod, which releases the strand of DNA into the world. Utterly sensitive, sensual, and receptive, she is an abundant channel in the Garden of Eden. Neptune conjunct North Node in Pisces. The small armadillo wears armor on its back, symbolic of protection. The armor is a physical and spiritual shield which guards its safety, indicating not only the need to protect the heart when the occasion calls, but reminding us humbly of how small we are in the scheme of life. Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde. This creature typically lives in subterranean dens, further prompting us to remember the earth is the great womb and tomb of all, Saturn and Pisces, the practical hard truths of it. We are all part of Mother Earth, an indivisible living community of interconnected systems. Evidence of exploitation and contamination to the land over the years has led to corrosive deterioration and destruction, threatening the diversity of life, including our own. Chiron and Aries, we're destroying ourselves. If we were boldly to proclaim as a universal declaration of rights, announcing the earth is Gaia, a living entity with the right to exist, persist, maintain, and regenerate its vital cycles, then might we not be catalyzing the life force from the seed pod with our own hands, Uranus and Taurus, Pluto and Aquarius? We need legal power to prevent misguided interests from treating the earth as mere property to be sold to the highest bidder, Jupiter and Gemini. We gotta use our heads. Mars and Cancer, for nurturing's sake. Sustainable practices. Might it protect the gift of fresh, clean water, which is less than 3% of all water sources, and even more miraculously fragile, less than 0.01% of the surface water found in lakes, swamps, rivers, and streams. Not a lot of fresh water. The armadillo's uncanny ability to walk underwater and survive torrential flooding by inflating its body so it floats reflects a way we ourselves might navigate the watery realm of emotions and surrender to its torrents. This queen is certainly moved to take action, Sun and Moon conjunct in Aries. Despite her considerable wealth and status, she is conscious of the precious opportunities and resources she can access in her daily life. She doesn't take them for granted for 1 minute. Aware of her afforded privileges that many in the developing world do not have, she realizes wealth for all can only happen when we engage our collective political and social will to distribute that fairly. You are being invited to connect with the natural abundance of nature that is your birthright and channel its beauty, channel it beautifully to catalyze life. Sorry, I'm misspeaking so much. Mercury is in retrograde. So, the Queen of Pentacles, the watery, the feminine, sensual part, a fluid, psychic part of Earth, the material and practical. Nurturing yourself and the environment around you, being open to the needs of others, distributing the wealth you have equally among others, and channeling your gifts to create new life. So let's get the clarifying card is the Five of Swords. If you're an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, you're a sword. This is the little angel. I must win at any cost on page 130. Battling your inner demons. The compulsion to win. Sun and Moon in Aries, conjunct. Keeping a beneficial advantage. Letting the past pile up around you and acting out of integrity. Right? So when are we being out of alignment? When are we not being stewards of our bodies, of our environment? Right? When are we just being so compulsive that we don't realize that we're dumping toxic waste into the lakes that the three-eyed fish from The Simpsons is going to grow out of? We have to be the ones we're looking for, the change, right? We have to be the change. So the last card we're getting on this Saturn's Day is from Dante's Inferno. It's on number 22, Seduction in the Shadows. On page 32. See that tall one who is coming, and for his pain seems not to shed a tear. Still, what a royal aspect he retains. That Jason is, who by his heart and cunning the Colchians of the Ram made destitute. Canto 38. And it says Ram, Sun and Moon and Mercury in Aries. Ram, Aries the Ram. The journey in Melborg, where seducers and panderers suffer. Virgil points out one sinner to Dante, Jason, the legendary hero who in his travels enticed many virtuous young women to his bed. Divination. We must remember that the many beauties who succumbed to Jason's charms wanted desperately to believe that they were unlike all the others, the true object of his desires, right? Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, conjunct. Venus retrograding in Pisces and Mercury in Aries, 0 degrees. It's like we can delude ourselves and be like, they love me. They love me and they don't cheat on me. Or they're not fucking me over. Oh my gosh, the government wants my best interests. Oh my gosh, the religious people are telling me the full truth. Or whatever, right? We can be seduced by charismatic culture. Divination. We must remember that many beauties, are wanted to believe that they were the unique. It's the Chiron and Aries, Sun and Moon conjunct in Aries. It's like, I'm special. Some of the most dangerous people we will meet are those who are pleasing to the eye with their honeyed words that flatter and entice us. This card speaks of the intoxicating power of charisma to compel us to serve the will of another. Politics and all that kind of stuff. Consider whether your actions really benefit you or if you're working to achieve someone else's dream. Renegotiate aspects of your relationship so they are more balanced and equitable, and be certain that when all is said and done, you are getting what you want in this deal. Right? So let's ground Queen of Pentacles, right? Let's ground in the material and look for where we're wronging ourselves and being wronged. Chiron and Aries. With the sun conjunct the moon, exactly, making a new moon, lunar eclipse in Aries, we can really kind of deal with the built up piles of the past, deal with our inner demons, as within, so without, and deal with it in a way that's grounding and healthy and healing, not just flashy and Playboy Mansion, whatever, fire festival, right? These things, all that glitters is not gold, right? So we have to know that when we're in our bodies, when we're in our breath, when we're eating right, when we're sleeping right, when we're exercising, that's how we kind of upgrade our physical reality. And when we do that, we get rid of the mental clutter that's causing us to be little maniac monkeys, not fully, but largely. Like you'll chill out if you meditate and eat right and that kind of stuff. And hopefully you're not, being an asshole or being gaslit or, seduced by people that don't have your best interest at heart. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. Leave a tip if you have. Tag people, whatever's clever. Check out the Team Rabbit Hole podcast. Episode 304 is the most recent one. I'll post in the comments. Enjoy your lunar eclipse, your new moon. Set an intention, make a ritual, do the magic, but ground it, right? Ground it into reality. So, on that note, enjoy your Saturn's Day, and I'll catch you all on the flip side. Adios.